What are we talking about today?
Today, Katie, we'll be revealing the profitable conversion system. This is going to be how to book new cleans without ever leaving your home/office, how to get cleaning clients to pay you more cash up front, stay twice as long, and not even have the option to cancel. So you can reinvest your profits back in acquiring more clients, more cleaners, and still having cash left over to pay yourself every single month.
I'm really excited to get into this profitable conversion system today.
Welcome back to the Road to a Million. This show is for residential cleaning business owners who want to take home $200,000 a year without the business depending on them.
If your business is dependent on you to clean, sell, hire, or all three, you're in the right place.
I'm Logan, that was Katie. And together, we've grown our residential cleaning business from zero to over $3 million a year in 5 years. And every single week, we break down the exact same systems that we used so you can install them into your business.
Let's get into this profitable conversion system.
There are three main problems that this system solves. The first problem it solves is the problem of wasted time and money. Today, we're going to show everyone how to book new cleans over the phone instead of wasting gas driving all over town doing in-person walkthroughs. The second problem it solves is cash flow. The system provides an offer that gets clients to pay more money up front, so we have more money to reinvest into acquiring additional clients, cleaners, and still having cash left over to pay ourselves. And third problem it solves is cancel cleans. This system creates more committed clients who pay more and stay longer.
Before we get into the details of these three pillars, can you share exactly how we came up with this system?
Yeah, so when most cleaning business owners think about acquiring clients, they're so focused on cheaper ads, cheaper leads, cheaper clients.
I can tell how you said that. That is not what this profitable conversion system is about, correct?
Yeah, no. Instead of asking, how do I pay less to get a client? Start asking, how do I get paid more to acquire a client? Because if we can acquire a client profitably, I don't have a budget.
Okay, so instead of chasing cheaper, are you focused on collecting more?
Kind of. Most companies lead with a free trial, a discount, a low barrier offer, also known as an LBO. Think Groupon. And do you know what these type of offers attract?
Likely cheap clients?
Exactly. And that's why we do the opposite. We sell our most expensive thing first.
Okay, that sounds risky. What do you say to people who think it's harder to sell more expensive things?
Katie, have you ever heard me talk about Dan Kennedy?
Yes, actually, we used to get these little flyers in the mail that you would study many years ago. Yes.
Yeah. Great freaking marketer. And I learned from him that there's only two competitive pricing strategies that work in any market.
Okay, what are they?
You can be the cheapest in town, like a Motel 6, or the most expensive, like the Ritz-Carlton by Marriott. And the businesses who get stuck in between, they stay average.
And the best advice to the average cleaning business owner is don't be average.
Exactly. That's why I don't recommend staying in the middle.
So are we aiming to be the cheapest or the most expensive?
Both. And that's what makes this profitable conversion system so valuable. And it is the reason that we were able to grow our cleaning business from zero to $3 million in just 5 years.
I'm excited to share this system with everybody today. So pillar number one is the remote walkthrough.
Yeah, so there are two main ways we can sell cleaning services. The first way is the old school way. So a prospective client reaches out for a quote and the cleaning business owner schedules an in-person walkthrough.
Isn't it tough to actually find a time that works for both the owner and the prospective client?
Yeah, very challenging. It slows the process down significantly. And even once you do schedule it, then you have to get into your car, drive 20, 30 minutes to their home, hope they answer the door to let you in, and then spend another 20, 30 minutes walking through their home with you chit-chatting, and the whole time you're like trying to rush it because you got another appointment right behind him.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit stressful.
And we really haven't even got to the stressful part yet, because next you got to deliver a quote using your eyeballs that you just walked through the home with, and then your gut of how long it's going to take.
I do not like systems built on guts.
Hard to trust. And then once you present the quote, if that number is higher than expected, which sometimes it is, it can get awkward. Their response, can I get back to you? I got someone else coming this afternoon.
So you just spent 60 minutes driving there, walking through, chit-chatting, building rapport just for them to tell you no?
Yeah, saying no on a $150 claim. And then you got to get back in your vehicle, drive another 20, 30 minutes to the next home, and do the exact same thing again.
That sounds painful. So what's the new way?
This is how we do it in the profitable conversion system. We have a prospective client schedule a phone call to get a quote. So then we can call them from our home or our office. So we don't need to do any driving, no chit chat, small talk in someone's living room.
But how do we actually give them an accurate quote if we're not there seeing the house?
Great question. Just because we're not there doesn't mean they're not.
Okay, what do you mean?
What we do is we actually have the prospect walk us through their home while on this phone call. With our walk script, we have the prospective client running their fingers along baseboards, shelves, and bringing to light all the hidden dirt, dust, and debris inside their home.
It's so good. I listen to our team doing these walkthrough calls every single day.
And by the time we have made it through the script, these prospects realize they got a problem and they're trying to find time for us to come to their home and get all this dust, debris, and dirt removed.
Okay, so we still have to give them the price though. And that's usually where it becomes difficult if we haven't seen the house with our eyeballs.
Good point. So the walkthrough script helps solve most of the problem, but it definitely doesn't solve all of it. And so the next tool that we use is our quote calculator. And with our quote calculator, we have the ability to simply type in their address and it gives us the following information. Number one, if they're even in our service radius. Number two, the square footage of their home. And number three, exactly what a deep clean, a move out clean, or an initial maintenance clean would cost based on all the information they gave us during the walkthrough call.
That's awesome. But what about ongoing maintenance cleans?
Yeah. The quote calculator also calculates their maintenance prices based on the frequency, whether they're weekly, biweekly, or a monthly recurring client.
This new walkthrough call script combined with the quote calculator has been a legitimate game changer for our team.
It just allows them to focus on the prospective client's problems. So then we can just help them understand what their problem is, so they understand it, and then help them understand that we can actually solve it. And that really creates confidence for our salespeople to be able to deliver an accurate quote without ever actually doing an in-person walkthrough. And that confidence is what allows the prospective client to feel confident to put down a deposit to lock in their spot on that 10-minute phone call. And so the remote walkthrough is the new way of acquiring clients profitably, because Codie, we no longer have to drive around town wasting time, wasting gas. We can take 5, 6 phone quote calls in the same time it would take to do one in-person walkthrough.
On top of that, the close itself is stronger because they're not just hearing you tell them their house is dirty. They have actually gone and touched the dirt, and now it's literally on their own hands.
Yeah. That's the difference between telling and showing. And the cool part is like, we're not even in the room. And so the reason why the remote walkthrough is so valuable is because speed is the number one currency in today's marketplace. We can give a quote to a client in minutes, and we can give multiple quotes to different clients is what allows our businesses to grow so fast.
This is so good. Okay, let's talk about pillar number 2, which is the offer that sells itself.
Yeah. I don't believe anybody got into the cleaning business to become a salesperson.
I would Definitely agree with that. I think most people in the cleaning industry really just want to serve people while also being able to put food on the table for them and their families.
Exactly. And so one of the issues that we had was helping people understand that in order to serve clients, we first needed to sell them.
And how did we solve this problem?
I hired a sales coach, a guy named Steve. And Steve has a legit resume. He has built 2 sales teams for Alex Hormozi's portfolio companies. He's built out a sales team for Codie Sanchez, and even a sales team for the famous podcaster Jay Shetty. Steve knows a thing or two about sales.
Yeah, I would definitely say so. Those are some big old names. Did you feel a little uncomfortable working with him?
A little bit, but really the vulnerability I realized was just necessary in order for me and our company to grow and ultimately get better. And so I remember the first time I pulled up our data sheet to show him our numbers, I was unsure of what he was going to think.
And what did he say?
You guys actually sell a lot of cleans. Mega was like, yeah, that's good.
What did he say after that?
You guys just need to collect more cash up front.
And how did you respond to that?
Yeah, my stomach dropped a little bit. Because in my head, I just was like, collect more cash up front meant that we needed to get more salesy.
But that's not what happened.
Not even close. After we worked our process, we sold our first $4,300 sale. And you want to know what the client said?
Yeah. What did the client say?
How can I say no to this deal?
This is so good. Okay. What is this offer that sells itself?
We actually asked the client, would you like 1 free clean, 2 free cleans, or 4 free cleans?
If I am the client, I would definitely ask, what's the catch?
Great question. The catch is that if you pay for 5 cleans today, I can get you 1 clean for free. However, if you pay for 10 cleans today, I can get you 2 for free. But what most people do is they purchase 15 cleans, then I can give you 4 free cleans today.
Even though we're just role playing right now, I love a good deal. My gut just says like, I got to say yes.
Yeah. We don't have to sell. We're just asking how many free cleans you would like.
But what if I feel slightly sleazy about this pitch?
That's the beauty of it, is that I actually don't expect people to say yes. We don't try to convince them to take it. In fact, we actually cap how many of these free cleans that we can sell every single week because it's just a really good deal for the clients.
I love that. True scarcity and super low pressure. Take it or don't. It's okay.
And this is why it matters, though, just beyond the emotion of the salesperson, is that when prospects say yes to this, because they do, our cash flow goes up, which gives us the opportunity to reinvest back into acquiring even more clients and more cleaners while still having money left over.
So it's not just easier to get a yes, it actually provides more cash for the business as well. This is like a win-win.
Like I said earlier, we found a way to be both the best deal in town and collect the most money. And so when you have an offer that does the selling for you, you stop dreading sales conversations and you start getting excited to talk to strangers.
I love it. All right, let's talk about pillar number 3. This is the commitment test. I've heard you talk about the thing that you love the most about cleaning businesses. And the thing that you've always said is recurring clients.
Yeah, it is the value of this business. The fact that we can clean a home today and it's dirty again in a week or 2, and they pay us to come back and clean it again, that's the kind of business I want to be in.
Okay, that's great in theory, but we discovered that clients, they sign up for recurring service and then next week they cancel. And the reasons actually seem to be entirely out of our control.
Let me tell you a story about my friend Kayla, who's actually inside our community. She was actually having some issues with her neck, so she went to a chiropractor. And she signed up for their unlimited monthly adjustments plan, no contract, no long-term commitment, month to month. And about 2 months in, she was feeling better. And so after one of her adjustments, she asked the front desk if she could cancel her plan and just pay for each visit when she came in. And Katie, what do you think happened?
They kept her from canceling?
They got her to pay more and commit more.
Okay, hold on a second. She went in to cancel and left paying more money with a longer term commitment.
Here's why it happened. because she didn't want to cancel. She had clearly gotten value from the service. She just needed the opportunity to commit to more value. And it's the same exact thing with our cleaning clients. They're not leaving because they can't afford it or they don't need us. They actually want more from us.
Okay, so how do we give them more?
There's two ways we can do this. And what most people understand is they try to make things cheaper to increase the perceived value. But you can also charge them more and the opportunity to give them more.
Can you give me some examples?
Yeah. For example, the first time clean that we ever do for somebody, we always suggest a deep clean instead of an initial maintenance clean because it's more valuable to the client. Once they become a client, then we actually push them to prepay. So it actually allows them to bring their pricing down by them committing to more.
Okay, this is good. And then once someone is already a paying client, how do we provide more for them?
Great question. Do you remember the offer we made to all of our monthly recurring clients?
Yeah, we offered all of our monthly clients an opportunity to try biweekly cleanings.
And how many took that offer?
I don't know the stats off the top of my head, but I definitely remember thinking like more people took that offer than I was expecting.
Yeah. And that's an example of more frequency means more value delivered. And those clients possibly could have been on the verge of canceling, but instead they had the opportunity to commit to do more or quit, and they decided to do more, which allowed those clients to stay longer. And so the commitment test doesn't just stop recurring clients from canceling, it also has the ability to keep clients from canceling altogether.
Explain that.
When someone has already paid for their service, for example, they've already done a prepay plan and they cancel at the last minute, we no longer have to charge them a cancellation fee because they have already paid for their clean. When we say, if you cancel this, we're going to have this clean be marked as used,
What do they end up doing?
they end up finding a way not to cancel that clean. So it stays on the schedule. Now, if they happen to actually have to cancel, we already have the money collected. And that way we don't have to charge them the cancellation fee.
Okay, what if a good client genuinely has to cancel last minute?
Less than 48 hours, their clean just becomes used. And we actually laid this out very specifically inside the agreement that they sign.
Okay. And what about first-time cleans who are not recurring clients or prepay clients?
In this case, we collect a deposit as the commitment test. So no matter if it's a one-time clean, a recurring client, or a prepay client, we always have money collected before we actually step foot into their home.
This commitment test is not just helpful for the client, but it's also a benefit for the cleaners and the office staff, right?
Yeah. It just creates consistent schedules for cleaners, less last-minute schedule changes for the office. It just makes them like their job more.
Which makes it more realistic for them to stick around longer. The system helps both clients from leaving and employees from leaving.
The commitment test turns recurring clients, more importantly, into committed clients. And committed clients get more value, which leads to them staying longer and paying more.
Let me summarize the three pillars of the profitable conversion system. So the first is the remote walkthrough, helps us stop wasting time and gas while driving all over town for in-person walkthroughs. Number two is the offer that sells itself. It helps us collect more cash up front while never feeling like a sleazy car salesman. And the third is the commitment test, which creates committed clients who end up staying twice as long and nearly eliminates cancellations altogether.
Remote walkthrough, offer that sells itself, the commitment test, that's the profitable conversion system.
And like you said at the beginning of this call, this is not theory. This is the exact system that we use to grow our cleaning business from $0 to over $3 million in just 5 years.
Yeah, this profitable conversion system hasn't just worked for us.
I saw you post inside of the home cleaning coaching community a couple days ago.
Yeah, I just asked everyone how much money they have made in the last 30 days from using this profitable conversion system. Someone like Spencer in the last 30 days made $19,907. Kayla made $20,996. Renee, $27,978. And Jessica, $32,344 in the last 30 days. That's just new money.
That is so cool because Kayla and Spencer both didn't even have businesses when they joined the home cleaning coaching community. And Jessica and Renee both had their cleaning business for over 10 years before they actually installed that profitable conversion system.
Yeah, that's why it's so valuable, because it works for both brand new and established cleaning businesses. If you don't have the profitable conversion system and you want it, well, you have an opportunity to join the 30-day install program to get that system installed. We help you install this remote walkthrough pillar to help you book more cleans over the phone. We help you install the offer that sells itself so you can collect more cash up front without feeling like a sleazy salesperson, and install this commitment test as well so that you can increase lifetime value of your clients and keep them from canceling. Along with that, you get access to the quote calculator, the quote call script, and coaching on exactly how to implement all of it.
Yeah, the system can definitely transform someone's business, not just in the next year, but in the next month.
Yeah, I mean, it can do both. We only take 5 people for the 30-day install program because I work closely with everyone who joins this program. And so if you want this profitable conversion system, there should be a link in the notes. You can go apply.
Love this. Thank you guys for spending this time with us on this Money Monday.